Hey guys, Zerkaa here, and welcome back to another episode of my past and present series. The side that we're going to be featuring today is Portsmouth, and before we get started, as always, if you want to get some Ultimate Team coins, then go check out FIFAcoinsonline.com or go check out their Facebook page, and the link to that is in the description. Right, so as we're going to get started off on this Portsmouth side, a lot of you guys have requested a Portsmouth side in the comments below the last one, and as always, if you want to suggest a team for me to do next, then please leave a comment of that. So obviously in this Portsmouth side, there's quite a fair few good players, and the issue that I had with this team is that I had to try and find some current players, obviously, because instead of I'm not doing ex-Portsmouth, I'm doing past and present Portsmouth. So there are a limited amount of current players, obviously, because they're in League One right now, so they're not very good. So I've managed to get my hands on two bronze Portsmouth players. They're actually pretty darn good, to be fair. Anyway, we're going to start off, and we start with Team of the Season Begovic, and he had been at Portsmouth for quite a while. He started his youth career there in 2005, and he ended up leaving Portsmouth in 2010. In that whole time, that whole 5-year period, he only ever played 11 games for them. But obviously now he's on to Stoke, he's on to bigger and better things now, and he's actually had a really, really good season this year in the Premiership, and he's pretty done a lot of good work for Stoke this year as well. Bought him for 42,000 coins, so it's pretty expensive. Obviously, he's Team of the Season player, so he's not exactly that expensive for a Team of the Season player. We can go up into right back here and go into Dumbai. I think his name is Dumbai or Dumboya. He currently plays for Portsmouth, and obviously you'll see the reason why I picked him up is his 86 pace that he's got. It's worth 4,500 coins, so it's pretty expensive for a bronze player, and that's purely because of his pace that he's got. And he is currently on loan at Crawley, but he does play for Portsmouth, and he has played 23 games for them and hasn't scored a goal as of yet. But he did score 2 goals for me in the 3 games that I played with him. I played like 6 or 7 games. I think 4 or 5 of those games were against subscribers in a live stream again, and then I played 3 games in an actual cup. So just so I could get I could get a opinion on both sides, both against friends and both against normal players, to see if it was just like the team wasn't very good or if it was not very. You know what I mean? Like, because if you play against friends, sometimes it can seem a lot easier. So I didn't want you guys to think that I'm just playing against friends. So I have to make sure I played some ranked games as well. And go off into centre back, and we have Cabal. Obviously, you guys know who he is. He plays for Tottenham currently, and he played for Portsmouth between the years of 2008 and 2010. And he had 39 appearances, scoring 4 goals, and he's a great player in this year's Ultimate Team. A really fast centre-back, 77 pace. I mean, not really fast, but he does feel like he's really fast. And he's one of those players that people consider to be quite OP, and OP being overpowered, in case you're unaware of that one. Then we've got Distan in the other centre-back position there, and he played for Portsmouth in the years of 07 and 2009. And he played 77 games for them and didn't score a single goal. I picked him up for 1,200 coins. Again, a pretty solid defender. 71 pace is what you need, and 78 defending and 78 heading. Some good stats there for a defender. Definitely all in the right areas as well. At left back, we have Armand. I think his name is Armand Traore. He plays for QPR. 85 pace. So again, another pretty fast defender. He was actually on loan for them, not for a very long time either. He played 19 games for them on loan in years of 2008 and 2009, and he scored 1 goal for them. So I guess not too bad for a left back position. And obviously in this side as well, you're probably going to find a lot of players where you thought, you could have played him instead, and you'll probably find those players actually in the sub box. What's wrong with my life? You'll probably find those players are actually in the substitutions. So I tried to make the team with the highest chemistry possible, as well as making sure that I didn't have too many just really predictable players in there. Like, obviously I could have had Glenn Johnson at right back instead of Dumbaya, but I wanted to make sure I had some Portsmouth players in there as well. Anyway, we're going to move on into CDM here, and we have a player called Mwemba, and I was forced by my live stream to put him in the team opposed to Montari and Diarra. And apparently he's a really good player, and he did prove himself to be actually a pretty good player as well when I used him. He's a silver CDM who plays for Lyon currently. I bought him for 4,500 coins, and he was again only on loan at Portsmouth, but he was there for 7 games and scored 1 goal in those 7 games, and that was in the year of 2007. And now we have a player that I was very surprised to actually find out he was an ex-Portsmouth player. I wasn't actually aware of that. And we have Quincy Awusu Abayi, I think his name is, or Abayi. Picks him up for 4,500 coins, which in reality, after playing with him, is a bit of a steal. If you can get him for this, obviously, I guess it's because as well, he doesn't really fit into many teams, because he's, I think he's Ghanaian, and he plays for Panathinaikos. So, chemistry-wise, you're going to struggle to get him some good chem for someone else, unless you can find some other Ghanaian players. Regardless, he has 92 pace and a 5-star skills, and it's just ridiculous. He's so good when I used him. 10 appearances and 1 goal for Portsmouth back in the year 2010, so not too long ago, to be fair, and that again was just a loan. I think you'll find a lot of these players in this team are just there on loan. So if you guys, some of you guys don't like the fact I put in loan players, but I'm sorry. On the left mid here we have another Portsmouth player, a current Portsmouth player, Jordan Obita, who's currently on loan there from Reading, and he's played 8 games for them this year. I think he's left there now, but I bought him for 5,000 coins, and again, you probably find out why. Because the fact that he's got 80 pace and he's a bronze player, and it's the same with everything. All the silver players and all the bronze players with high pace all go for a lot of coins, and that kind of sums up what the team is like this year. But he was actually a really good player, to be fair, considering he's a 62 bronze. He really did play pretty well for me, and you'll see that in some of the goals that I've scored. We're now going to move on into the strike. Oh, wait, no, we missed out. Kevin Prince. So at centre attacking, we have Kevin Prince Boateng. Obviously, he played there between years of 09 and 10. He actually played in the FA Cup final for them against Chelsea, I believe it was. I think he's the one who injured Michael Ballack and took Michael Ballack out of the World Cup. But obviously, he's at AC Milan right now. And in that time, I think he played for Portsmouth for 1 year between the years of 09 and 10, and he scored 22. No, he scored 22. He played 22 games and scored 3 goals for them. And obviously, he must have got touted by Milan after playing for them and got picked up by them. And he's obviously now playing his career in Milan. We now go on into the strikers, and we have big old Peter Crouch. I think I think he's like the second team's feature in us for me in this past present series. And he actually had 2 stints at Portsmouth. He initially played there between 2001 and 2002, scoring 18 goals in 37 games. He then went back to Portsmouth between the years of 08 and 09 and scored 11 goals in 38 games. Great player to have in your side. Obviously, he's 6'7", so I mean his heading ability though. He's only got 6'6" heading, but it doesn't mean, I think the fact that he's 6'7" makes up for it, just because he just stands there, hasn't got a jump or anything, just stands there, hits him in the head, and it usually goes in. So obviously, if you have a team with fast wingers like we do, all you got to do is run that line and put a ball in, and eventually you're going to get sort of a fair few goals from Peter Crouch. I got on into our last player in the starting 11, and that is in form Jermain Defoe. He played. In form, didn't play for them in real life, but Jermain Defoe played for Portsmouth between the years of 2008 and 2009, scoring 15 goals in 31 games. So not too shabby there. I'm now going to move on into our wait. Let's see how much he's worth actually. He's worth 52,000 coins for anyone who was a bit curious there. Great player, 85 pace and 86 shooting and 81 dribbling being some of his standout stats. We're now going to go on into the substitutes here. We have another left mid from Portsmouth who's currently playing for them, a bronze player. And that is Jack Compton, 78 pace, again, another pretty pacey player to bring in. And you got Stanley Montari, currently plays at AC Milan, so he would work with Kevin Prince Boateng. If I put him in the team here, you'll see the chemistry actually goes up. So I probably should have played him instead. But the guys in the stream made me play with Wemba instead. So maybe if I leave it like that, it looks a lot better, because I get 97 chemistry, and he links in with Quincy and Kevin Prince, because they're all Ghanaian. And obviously them two play for AC Milan anyway. So I'll leave it like how that is. And then we have Utaka, 89 pace. So if you don't want to play Obita in the team, and you want to get someone who's just an ex-Portsmouth player, you have Utaka, 89 pace. We have Lassana Diarra, obviously used to play for Real Madrid, but he's actually moved on to AZ Makachkala. I don't know if he's on loan there or not this year, I'm not sure. We also have Glenn Johnson, the BPL right back, plays for Liverpool, 87 pace, so he could fit in really nicely there. And again, fixes the chemistry. So if I wanted to make a better side, I could have just not used the Portsmouth players. Obviously, I wanted to make sure you guys didn't complain that I didn't have current Portsmouth players in the side. And have David Nugent, who does have an inform available, but I couldn't find any on the market when I was actually trying to make this side. And then we have Hushklep. There's obviously a fair few players that I could have put in the side as well, but they're not there. But regardless, pretty solid side when I played with it, and I guess some of the downfall, usually I have a downfall, and the downfall is usually the defence, where this one, the defence was actually pretty solid for me. They were pretty fast players. Obviously got Begovic in goal, and so it's all around pretty darn solid. Obviously, when you got these two wingers as well, like Obita maybe less so. If you put like Utaka in the side, I don't know how much that affects the chemistry here. Let me put him in. It does bring the chemistry down a bit. But if you have those playing, you're just going to be in for a laugh. You've got 89 pace on one side, and you've got 92 pace on the other side. And all you got to do is run down the line, put the ball in, you've got Crouch there just to header it in. Simple. But anyway, I'm now going to show you some goals that I've scored with this side, with some music, opposed to me talking over it. If you have any feedback to give, then please leave us a comment. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.
Oh, this is her mom? Oh, you Mother Teresa? Oh, I like that. Don't you tell me that it's alright, because I'm anticipating a long night. Man, I've been up so damn early that I'm sleepwalking. Now my eyes are looking like Macaulay Culkins, while she roll around the city like I'm Steve Hawkins. These bitches walk a flock to us, yeah, when we walk in. They wanna act like it's a big deal. Ron Burgundy, I'm underground, but I'm popping up commercially. I keep it buzzing like a motherfucking worker bee, so I'ma need a couple G's if you want a verse of me. So let me take your paycheck. Now you gotta find another way to pay rent. Your life sucks like the Ravens, you ain't been on a date yet. I take your girl to dinner, then go home and have some great sex. Yeah, this gon' be a long night, I guarantee it, we probably gon' see the sunlight. Before our eyes wide shut, I'ma make a couple bucks and a couple hundred drinks. We about to turn it up like, don't you tell me that it's alright, because I'm anticipating a long night. Ooh, oh, grab a Corona and pass out in the tub, and when I wake up everything will be alright. Alright. Yeah, I keep on running till I'm red up in the face. Had a party at the crib, everyone was hella grateful. Wait a minute, got a bedroom full of strangers. I ain't talking Danny Granger, but I'm running out of pacers. I mean patience, nah, nothing can faze us. I know you say your name, but my mom was on vacation. Can't track that down, too many chasers. I can't pack that crowd, too many lamesters. So let's just kick it in the back of my apartment, or at Madison Square Garden. We could go and watch the Rangers. Central Park, or we could go until it's dark. And when somebody try to stalk you, I just keep you out of danger. So come to the crib, just hop in the Benz first. I'm after the cab, but I don't mean Cheshire. Shout out to Pat, he look like a Hemsworth. I'm kicking it with Chance, baby, don't say the N-words. Don't you tell me that it's alright, because I'm anticipating a long night. Ooh, oh, grab a Corona and pass out in the tub, and when I wake up everything will be alright.
The rapper?
Alright.
Action L's in a hotel sink. Management swears that the hotel stink. Whole time I'm yelling hold up while the doorbell rings, with old coke listening on my nose earring. And niggas just trying to function till a nigga can't function. And the weed so pungent that I probably won't punch it. Imported in bunches and they acting and punting. But the rock independence and pinning, I'm acting 100. And I turn up, turn up, turn up. Get high. Burn up, burn up, burn up. I'm fucked up and she's fucked up, and we not gon' remember the night. So let's fuck in a Wendy's bathroom, get frosty, forget the Sprite.
Don't you tell me that it's alright,